Hi, I'm Stephen Hand from Archery Supplies, and this is the Bicaster, I think it's called the Pro tab, right? So, there's sizing on the side, which is obviously not filled in. Yeah, so I think this is the Pro tab. It's about $100. Why are you interested in this tab? Well, you're not if you shoot compound, but if you shoot recurve, finger tabs are a thing. You've probably tried every finger tab on the market, or maybe not, and this is new. Bicaster had a reputation, or has a reputation, for the best barebow finger tab in the market. This is what I was told. So I open up the package. This is what it looks like. Now most tabs look the same, but they feel very different. There's so many on the market, like literally hundreds of them. I have 4 walls, 4 in my shop, filled with just finger tabs. And I was saying this the other day, just too many finger tabs on the market. Fivix apparently has the majority of the share of the finger tab market because they have so many of them. There is so many finger tabs they produce, and it's just overwhelming to me. And I've tried most finger tabs. So when I saw this and I was like, well, do I want to get it? You know, how's it different to every other finger tab on the market? I didn't know, so I thought, let's get this and let's do a review. Right, so the packaging, this is what it looks like inside. We'll get to it all. Right, so on the back here, so you've got 2 finger holders. I really like 2 finger holders. I really like it. I like the fact they've done it for you, the 2 finger holders. I like that. I think with the KSL AAE finger tab, I think you've got 2 finger holders, maybe 3, but I think you've got to thread them yourself. I found that really confusing on the method of which you thread it. I've got a science degree, but that was too much for me. So you can kind of work out how it works here, but I like the fact it's done. That's nice. Right. The back side of the tab, these are indented. I haven't shot this tab yet. This is me just pulling it out, doing a review, right? So these are indented. This is very much like your Axel finger tab, all right? How it's curved here. I don't think any other finger tabs are curved on the back. Now, this bit here, this is fairly common. So this is to sit in the palm of your hand. Now, the first people who brought out a tab like this the first one I shot was the Win EZR finger tab, and I shot that for years, and that was quite good. Then Keesick Lee, KSL, AAE, had something like this, and you could adjust it in and out to change the thing. And then Axel produced a tab like this, but then you could change I think the Axel one, you can change the angle. The Fivix ones, you can definitely adjust the angle and adjust everything to change the way it fits in your hand. I get lost because most tabs are very, very similar, but they all feel very, very different. I cannot stress how much a different tab feels for me, and it might be completely different to another person how comfortable that tab is, right? And it may be that you've just got to adjust the tab to get it to fit to your hand. I don't know, but for me, some tabs I just can't get to work, and other people get those tabs to work. And there's not one thing that you go, well, this is ideal. I think in any Olympic archer you talk to, and whichever tab they use, they'll go, I would like this. I would like this. So this is just me talking. So the KSL tab here is brass for more weight. Now the theory is with more weight that it pulls through. Now Simon Fairweather, Olympian, gold medalist from Sydney, says that's bull, so it should just be lightweight. This is his tab. It's basically plastic, right? It's not this is the tab he makes. It's basically plastic. He says that's bull because if you're pulling back 50 pounds, then the weight of this makes no difference, and I accept that point, right? This to me weighs between a brass tab and a normal aluminium tab. Okay, the angle of this curve here. You can't adjust the angle of this curve, it's just set, but it looks pretty good. Now this spacer to me looks very much like the Fivix, I think they call it 10, the 10 tab. Anyway, I'll throw up a picture of it. Now, I like this spacer because it starts off thin and then went wide. Now the problem with the Fivix, I tried the Fivix and I really wanted to shoot the Fivix tab. I just couldn't get it to be comfortable in my fingers here, okay? I always have trouble with the finger spacer between my fingers here being comfortable. And it's one of the major reasons I went to the Fairweather tab, because this is very comfortable. Like that, very comfortable. I shot the EZ finger spacer for years, and that would hurt my fingers in between here, and I did damage it. But this is steel, and they've wrapped rubber around it, so this is going to be interesting. Right, so what else do they have? Under the bit of foam, you have your little finger thing. Now, with the Fivix tab, you can change the angle and position. With the Bicaster, it fits inside, so this is quite different. Now you can move it up or down, and it's more curved. It's more, what's that word I'm looking for? Whatever. It looks more comfortable to me because it's got shapes. I don't know if it is or isn't. The plate there, and that bolts on here, and it's got all the various positions to move it backwards and forwards to. Looks quite good. Comes with Allen keys, which is good, and little screws to screw those other things on. That would be for this thing to change the thickness. There's no instructions in the box to tell you, so I'm just guessing that little blue thing wraps around this because it's rubbery and it looks thicker than this other one. Alright, so okay, so let's talk about the important stuff. This is Cordovan. So why do you want Cordovan? Cordovan's, I'm going to say, a thicker material. It's meant to be smoother, so faster. It's a tougher leather. Horse. Your cheaper leathers will be cow, which will be more prone to wear, so which is okay for light poundage. But if you're shooting high poundage like myself, Cordovan is better. Okay, so Cordovan, it's a thicker material. Now Fairweather, he uses kangaroo. This is kangaroo. You need more layers. I've got 4 layers of leather here to equal 1 layer of Cordovan. You'll see my tab. You can see the leather's quite worn. Kangaroo is a cheaper leather. Some say faster or something. It's definitely softer. So if you're shooting lighter poundage bows, you know, like it's you can feel a lot with this, and yeah, you can feel a lot, so you need more layers to have the same effect as Cordovan. To put things into perspective, I think a piece of Cordovan this size is around $60. A piece of kangaroo leather this size is probably not much, okay? And when I say not much, you might be talking a few dollars, right? Kangaroo is very cheap. Whether Simon uses kangaroo because it's cheap versus Cordovan, that's another question. I would suggest Simon should have a tab with Cordovan. But is what it is. Right. Yeah, this is loose. So what we're going to do is tighten this up. You can move it backwards or forwards. I'll just set it in the middle to see how comfortable it is. Then we're going to shoot it and see how it feels. Okay, so the fingers. I'll put the right fingers in. So it's got a little locking thing on the top. This is quite good. Some of the locking systems I use are not very comfortable. This feels comfortable, and it feels comfortable. So let's have a shot and see how it feels. It feels comfortable in my hand. I haven't mounted the shelf or the little finger. I generally don't shoot the little finger. I had trouble getting the little finger to be comfortable on all the tabs. I will try it with this later, but let's just see how this feels. Okay, I want to move. I think I want to move the spacer forward a little bit. Yeah, when you start off with the cheap tabs and you've got no adjustability, and it just works. With the more expensive tabs, you've got all the adjustability, and I don't know. It seems to me that you've got all the adjustability and you've got to adjust it more. Now, one of the things different about Bicaster, they put the actual sizes of their tabs on their website. Because most people go, what's the difference in size between medium and large? Now, I'm an average, when I say I'm an average size guy, I weigh about 80 kilos. 5'11", 5'10", 177, 178. The difference in the tabs is millimeters, right? So medium is what I'm currently using. See, like the center's still digging. We'll just take a shot and see how it feels. It feels really. So I can't feel the string tension. Sorry, I can't feel 50 pounds through the leather of Cordovan. When I started shooting recurve, when I shot a higher poundage, I was using a Win & Win EZR finger tab, which I really like. And I had multiple layers of Cordovan material. I think I had 2 or 3 of them. Just because my fingers would hurt so much from shooting. Like I would get calluses and stuff. It was a real issue for me. And now I'm up in the 50 poundage and like this feels fine. And it's not like my fingers have got calluses or anything, because they don't. They're still really... I don't have tradie hands. I've definitely got office hands or girly hands. I definitely like the two places to hold it. In the Nationals, when I shot the Nationals, I was shooting the Fairweather tab, and I don't know if my hands were sweaty, if it was sunscreen or what, but I felt the ring here felt loose, and the whole tab just felt, I thought it was going to break, and I was like, oh, this is going to be great because I haven't got a spare. I'm going to say they generally don't break, which is why I don't have a spare. So with 4 layers of kangaroo versus 1 layer of Cordovan, but there is a backing layer, which is actually quite thick. This you feel less than the 4 layers of kangaroo. So, if you're a compound archer and you're watching this, choosing a finger tab is very much like choosing a release aid. And the problem with choosing a finger tab, you can't just try them out. You can't, because then they're secondhand. No one wants one that you've tried. And I used to have some for people to try, but then I don't know where they all went. So, I don't know. They all disappeared. So, and people generally didn't try them anyway, so there was no point. So, but the problem is, if you want to try one of these, Bicaster or a Fairweather or an Axel or a Fivix, you've just got to buy it. You've got to fork in $100 on a hope that you'll like the tab. And you may not, you may hate it. I have owned, I think, every single tab which has ever been released. In a hope that I'll like it. And sometimes it just takes time. Right, so I really like this, the palm thing. That's very comfortable. The curve is perfect. The centerpiece is not digging into my finger. The spacer, I really like it. And with tabs, so you probably know I'm a huge Fivix fan, and I sell Fivix, right? So if I sell Fivix, so you're going to say, well, you promote Fivix because you like Fivix, you know, because you make money out of Fivix. Well, Fivix has got so many tabs, and I really want to try. When I say I want to try one, I really want to like one. I do. And some of the top archers and archers who are better than me shoot Fivix. So I know they're good tabs. They're really good, very adjustable. I just can't get the things to work for me. I just can't get it to be comfortable, and maybe I haven't set it up right. I just can't get it to work. And it annoys me because I'm like... And that goes with other tabs too. Like... literally most tabs I just can't get to feel good with. This one, and I feel it's the same as release aid. So if you see me do reviews on releases, I'm still shooting a Scott Ascent. Now, I've shot the Scott Ascent for, let's say, 4 or 5 years. I did a review, and after the review I was like, I really like this release aid. Now, there's lots of good release aids on the market, but it's got to be better. It's got to be more comfortable, and maybe sometimes it takes time. And for other people might go, actually, I prefer this over that. But like on my back tension Scott Ascent, that thing is money. It's just brilliant. And I really do. I'm going to say I've never seen one for sale second hand. Okay? That's all you need to say. There's never been one second hand for sale. Yeah, like, I'm really liking this tab. Right, so this is my Fairweather tab. I've used this for a while now. I'm going to say about a couple of years. And he's local. He's a local South Australian. I like supporting South Australians and stuff. Look at that. Look, this is the curve of my hand, right? There's the curve. So this is the This is my curve here. This sits exactly on that curve. Exact. And it's just like with Fivix. I'm not having a go at Fivix, but I'm just discussing on the tabs I've shot. KSL, I'm going to feel the Axel tab. That's all fully adjustable. I just couldn't get it to feel right. This one just feels right. Okay, so these screws in here, which obviously hold this leather down. It's sandwich leather. This is different. Oh no, it's not. Right. Doing the video. So it bolts from this side on. Most tabs bolt from the back on, so that's interesting. Okay, so I really like this tab. So this is my review of this tab. I'm going to be practicing today, and I think I'll shoot with this tab today. And I think I'll shoot just the way it is because I'm quite comfortable with it. This tab sells for about $100. Look, there will be replacement Cordovan available. Cordovan lasts, I'm going to say, so well. So the Win EZR tab and EZ tab are very popular recurve tabs, right? Made with Cordovan. I sell about 30 to 40, maybe 50 tabs to one replacement leather. It is almost rare for me to ever put replacement leather in a tab of Cordovan. Of the cheaper leathers, yes, but the cheaper leathers are so cheap and the tabs are so cheap, you just buy a new tab. But this is very, very nice. Like, it just feels... I'm not expressing this very well. What it feels... I'm trying to explain this better. Right. So we'll have a bit of a go. So I'm at the Nationals with this. You can see this is now bent out of shape. I'm not having a go at Simon, right? Because I think you should improve stuff. So, like today, this fits perfect. Fits perfect, it's great. In the Nationals, this was as loose as, and I thought it was going to snap. It's perfect for me today. But this at the Nationals was like moving all over the place for me, and yeah. Right, so this, I really like. The fact that your fingers are indented in here, there's a spot for them. Now this is not abnormal. The Axel tab has this, that Brady Ellison uses, has this. Now, I tried the Axel tab, and there was something about it that didn't feel quite as comfortable. Now, I can't recall what it is because it was several years ago I tried it. I have to go back and try it. I've still got it. I've still got the tab upstairs. I just haven't used it. But I think we'll try this one out for today. So I really like this. This is not hurting me. This is not hurting me. This feels good. So I think I'll just shoot it and feel. Because I like the fact it's got the double locking thing here. Because it will stop it will lock this in a bit better. Lock your fingers into the tab so it doesn't move around as much. The finger spacer is metal. What's good about metal with the Win EZ tab, it was rubber, or is rubber, and that broke away with time for me, which is not a go at Win. It really liked that tab. I used it for a number of years, but this won't break, obviously. It's got the rubber over it. and I feel like Fivix has one pretty much the same, and I did try it and it's worked for other people, but for me I just couldn't get the thing to feel right, where this straight out of the packet felt good. Anyway, this is the Bicaster, and I'll throw up links to the other Bicasters because they have cheaper. Now the only reason why you go for Cordovan is for higher poundage bows. I'm going to say that, do I expect to shoot better scores with this than another tab? No, I don't. I absolutely do not. I do like the idea of Cordovan because this, like, you'll just see the like the rips I get, and so these are the back layers. You can see they get quite rough. And then sometimes not rough, so I don't know how that works out. But overall, like, I really like the Fairweather tab. It's been very comfortable, but we'll give this one a go for today, for my practice sessions, and see how this all goes. Thanks for watching. Bye.